Good evening, folks. I'm Freddie Vasquez coming on live. The local edition. Coming on live to talk about the incident that happened really quick. It's a quick thing I want to make a comment about. On Palisade Avenue between the Yonkers police and a young African-American boy who was walking all alone the other day. And it became national news. It made national headlines. It blew up. It just blew up. Why did it blow up? Why was it a big deal? Why were famous comedians and celebrities speaking about it? Influencers. Once again, the Yonkers police and the city of Yonkers making national headlines. Tonight's the night that David Berkowitz was arrested on this day 46 years ago. Yonkers is not famous. Yonkers is infamous. There's a difference. So what happened on Palisade between several white officers and a young African-American boy? Making headlines? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. But the Yonkers police are catching a lot of flack over this. And I think it's a lot of BS. But I think it's an opportunity, though, for people to learn. So I want to share this really quick, and then we'll talk about it.
My name is calling because I see this boy. He's walking around. He has a white shirt and khaki pants. So it looks like school clothes. So he's walking around with nobody. I don't even know.
Wait, he's walking around with what? Nobody? How old is he?
He looks like maybe 5.
Okay, where's this?
He just walked past the Popeyes into the square in Yonkers. Yeah, he's going past towards the square.
So he walked past Popeyes, right? That's the one. That's the one in South Broadway over there.
Yeah, like just past Rainbows and everything.
So.
And he has a white shirt with khaki pants.
So someone calls the 911. They get patched into the Yonkers Police Department, and they report a boy walking alone. He passed the Popeye on South Broadway, right across from City Hall there. And the caller says he's about 5 years old. So they're calling because they're concerned. They see a 5-year-old boy walking alone into Getty Square. He passes the Popeyes, goes down towards the Rainbows. It's over there by John Morrison's boxing place. And police, by the time they arrive, they catch up with the boy on Palisade Avenue just before you get to School Street. Right? Old New School Street over there by the fire station, the new fire station. And they approach the boy, and this is what happens.
Black shoes with like red laces, I think, or the socks. Red socks. He looks dirty. Yeah.
Black shoes with red socks?
Yeah.
And he looks dirty, you said?
He looks dirty.
Like, he looks, I don't know.
So he was walking past Popeye going towards Getty Square?
Yes.
And he was by himself?
Yes.
Come here. Where are you going to? Where's home? Up there? Okay, are you by yourself? Are you by yourself? Okay, how old are you? 13. Okay. Hold on. Wait 1 second. What's your name? I know. Somebody called about you because they were worried because you were walking around by yourself. I guess they thought you were younger than you are. Who do you live with? Your mom? What's your mom's name? Hold on, come here. You can't cross the street yet. You're not in trouble, I just want to talk to you. Okay, then, Palisade. Where's up the block? Where? What address?
It was calls that you were just by yourself and they were concerned, that's all. Where do you live at? We just want to talk to your mom.
Up there?
Yeah, where's up there? Do you know what street?
Yes.
What street?
Street called?
Van Cortlandt, what number?
Huh?
What number on Van Cortlandt?
I don't know.
That's quite a bit away, Van Cortlandt.
Huh?
That's a kind of far walk. Where are you coming from?
Up here.
Up here.
So you notice the guy on the right there recording with his phone. The boy talks to him.
Buddy, come here.
Why can't I go to my house? I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I have a name, but why do I have to tell you?
Because we just want to make sure you're okay.
I told you I'm okay.
You really think he's 13?
It's just a random.
I don't know.
Yes.
So this guy right here is recording also. Part of his
Stop her
video
for what?
gets played also.
Came out here throwing this shit all over the place, so I cleaned it up.
Oh, that's sorry to hear that.
That's my character here.
Yeah, no problem.
So they followed the boy just to see if he was okay. But apparently, this spread because it was picked up by D.L. Hughly, the comedian, who's he's pretty well known. He's had his own shows on TV, and I actually went to see his comedy special once. We were in the front row, and he actually spoke to my wife and I, and kind of told some jokes. And he asked how long we were together, and I told him, since we were 16 years old. He goes, "Damn." And he was funny because he was like, "I don't know how you did it," but I thought it was cool. He's a funny guy. But I think that he read the situation wrong, and I think that a lot of people on both sides read the situation wrong. It was nothing to do with racism. The guy that's videotaping there actually may have added fuel to the fire that you see there with his phone. He goes, the boy sees him recording, and he says to him, "Are you recording?" The guy then says, "Hell yeah, I'm recording. You're a black kid," or something like that. Damn right, I'm gonna record, or some shit like that. So he's adding like fuel to the fire. They were concerned, this is their job. I mean, they wanted to make sure he was all right. I mean, especially nowadays with all the human trafficking and kidnapping and all that shit going on. I mean, you got to do that. You got to make sure he's okay, right? It had nothing to do with the fact that he was black. In fact, I believe the caller who called was black, right? So a black woman calls. I don't know what's up with her mind, because she said the boy was 5. He didn't look 5 to me. Did he look 5 to you guys? He said he was 13, and he seemed to be like, with it and saying, "Look, I'm good." But what people have to understand is this, because the people who are in support of police, like I am, I support the police here. I don't think they did anything wrong. I think they did a good job. I think they did what they're trained to do, right? They're not, psychologists. They're not educators, to a certain extent, right? I like to think that they do educate the public, but they're not in school educating, so they're not dealing with children. And what I would have done differently if I was a police officer, and I'm not saying they did anything wrong, it's just I've worked with kids for a number of years, so I have a little bit of understanding that maybe they don't. Just like they understand law stuff more than, right? So it's just the way the officers kind of came. I think he kind of got a little bit frightened about the situation. I wouldn't have walked to him. I would have just kind of stood still and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And kind of, try to find the icebreaker, but not approach him, because you have to understand where we come from. I'm that little boy. I'm the 13-year-old walking, by myself like that. And the officer says, "Oh, you're going to Van." He says, "Van Corn." He says, "That's kind of a far walk." No, it's not, officer. It's not for us growing up in the hood at 13 years old. We done walked all over, right? We used to walk over to Toys R Us back in the day, or ride the bike. So from Buena Vista, right? So we roam, we wander, you know what I mean? We do, and we feel very safe because we understand the surroundings and the environment that we are in. But I can also understand that the boy does not want to engage the police because he just wants to get home. He doesn't want any trouble. He don't know what's going on. And the officers, just understand this, guys, and you did a good job, and I get what you guys were doing. But there's some parents out there in the hood that will beat their child because of this. They would. If those cops were to go to his house, and they're trying to do the right thing, they're just trying to make sure he's okay, that kid might get whooped by his parent, by his mom, because the cops came to their apartment. Who knows what the mom is doing in there? I'm not saying she is doing something wrong. I'm just saying there are these situations. And the cops come knocking on your door because they just want to make sure that your child is safe and that he's going to the, to his home where he actually lives, and you're in there smoking a, joint or whatever, maybe doing something you're not supposed to be doing. You don't want that at your door, right? So the child to get in trouble. Boy, when I tell you not to, you should just be walking your ass home. And he was. But then somebody called saying he was 5 years old and he was lost in the square when he wasn't. It's funny for the things some people call for and the things they won't call for, right? So the people that are saying that this boy is rude and disrespectful because he didn't stop and cave into everything, or just obey every command and every order that the officer or was saying, he's not rude and disrespectful. That kid, I could tell he's growing up in a rough environment. And he's learned how to survive in that environment. So I have no, doubt that kid was going to get home safe just because he's very aware. So he just didn't want to cause any problems for himself. He just wanted it to go away. He didn't want to stop. He didn't want to talk to the cops, not because he's disrespectful, not because he's rude, like a lot of people were saying on these pages that posted this. He just didn't want any trouble. At the end of the day, while he may know his surroundings and be very aware, and I'm sure he would get home safe, he's still only a 13-year-old boy. And so it bothers me when adults say negative things to kids like that, about kids like that. You're an adult. You don't know that kid. You're just commenting on social media. To say that's the dumbest shit ever bothers me. Trying to make the kid look bad because, you don't know what that kid's going through. And to the people that, had negative things to say about the cops, stop making everything about race. The cops did the good job. They did what they're supposed to do. They weren't mean. They didn't say anything wrong. They just wanted to make sure that he didn't need help. So shout out to the Yonkers Police Department. Thank you guys for coming quickly because I can tell by the 911, the dispatcher, that they were concerned once they said it was a 5-year-old child. They wanted to get on it right away. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to the best police force in the country, the Yonkers Police Department, and to the folks out there that say negative things about the kids. You got to educate yourself before you comment, and just stop commenting on social media, please. Some of y'all need to just stop commenting. Stop commenting. Don't give your opinion. We don't want your 2 cents. Keep it. We don't need it. It's okay. Because some of you are just a bunch of fools, man. I just don't like that, bad-mouthing a kid. Oh, he's a disrespectful kid. That kid is rude. He needs to learn this. He needs to learn that. Grown-ass adults. And then I saw the racial stuff actually in the comments, not with the police officers, but with the people that were commenting. You could see the racist there in the comments just by what they were saying. Okay? So understand that environment. To the police officers, I'm just saying, these guys, we grow up. We don't want to bring no problems to our parents. You know what I'm saying? I was the same way too. I don't want no cops coming to my, even if I didn't do anything wrong, they just, you don't want that, you don't know what's going on in the home and stuff, and, just try to break the ice with something, in a way that's funny. Maybe don't move forward toward them, just, the minute he stopped, just stayed where you were at also, because it's, the defense thing, it is not meaning anything to be disrespectful to you guys. It's not, he's not, I don't know the kid either, but I understand the kid. I understand his life. I understand his life very well. I'm Freddie Vasquez. Have a good night. Just want to talk about that and just say thank you to the Yonkers Police Department. And that's it.
I was raised in housing. I don't think you were.
Ready wins.
No!